Morgan Klein and Melia Mitscavige. Come on up to the counter.
Check, check.
So in handicap, it took 29 to make the finals and 20 to cash. Okay, if I can have all the finalists, please report down to lanes 5 through 8.
I'm gonna talk.
We will set up.
Check, check. Can you hear me?
Streaming final.
Check, check. Check, check. Alrighty, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Colony Park Lanes here on the PJBT on YouTube. We're going to go to Matt with our introductions, and I will run down everything as we go.
Okay, bowling fans, welcome to Colony Park Lanes North for our finals of the 21 and under doubles third event of the season, our third 21 and under doubles event. Time to introduce our finalists today for our stepladder finals in Baker style. We'll start with the scratch division and our 5 teams. Our 5th seed team is Ruma Murphy and Andrew Kraus.
Ruma Murphy and Andrew Kraus, your number 5 seed in the scratch division. These matches will be Baker, the top 5 stepladder.
In the first match, they'll be taking on our number 4 seed, Tony Lutz and Isaac Erickson.
Tony Lutz and Isaac Erickson, your number 4 seeds. That will be your first match there.
Winner of that first match will advance to game number 2 to take on our number 3 seeds, Alex Horton and Alex Glinsky.
Alex Horton and Alex Glinsky, your number 3 seeds. They will face the winner of match number 1.
Winner of that second match will advance to our semifinal to take on our number 2 seed, Gene Blair and Troy Owens.
Gene Blair and Troy Owens, your number 2 seeds.
And the winner of that semifinal match will advance to the title match to take on our tournament leader at an amazing plus 572 for 8 games today, Brian Kennedy and Anthony Dyer.
Anthony Nyer, Brian Kennedy, your number 1 seed to finalize the scratch division. And now over to our handicap division. We'll start off with our number 5 seeds.
Okay, bowling fans, now it's time to introduce our 5 handicap finalists. Starting with our number 5 seeds, Mary Beth Baker and Mason Doe.
Mary Beth Baker, Mason Doan, your number 5 seeds.
In the first match, they will be taking on our number 4 seeds, Callie Bazil and Jenna Raypack.
Jenna Raypatch and Callie Bazil, your number 4 seeds. They will be the first match against Baker and Doan.
Will advance to game number 2 to take on our number 3 seeds, Kirsten White and Haven Harrington.
Kirsten White and Haven Harrington, your number 3 seed.
Winner of that second match will advance to the semifinal to take on our number 2 seed, Ian Herzog and Vincent Viola.
Ian Herzog, Vincent Viola, your number 4 seeds.
And the winner of that semifinal match will
Or
advance
2 seeds, rather.
tournament leader at plus 141 for 8 games today, Owen Schatzer and Aiden Adelini.
Aiden Adelini and Owen Schatzer, your number 1 seeds for today.
Let's have one more nice round of applause for our handicap finalists for today's double.
Okay, getting a little bit of a late start here than I wanted to. I had a little bit of mic trouble, but I am here. I am Skip Moyer coming to you live from Colony Park Lanes. Our 21 and under doubles. These matches are stepladder, head-to-head. They will be Baker. Both bowlers bowling every other frame. One bowler will start the even frames, and the other bowler will bowl the odd frames until we have a winner. Today's pattern was the Great Wall of China. We had fairly average scores. Nobody really went out of their way, with the exception of Kennedy and Nyer finished at plus 572 for their 8 games. They led the field by over 130 pins, 129 actually to be exact. So they certainly paced the field today. Anthony Nyer shooting 2 280 games, one in qualifying, the other one in round 2. Also a 276 his first game of round number 2, so he certainly paced the day today for the Kennedy and Nyer team. 2 balls on each lane for our bowlers, and then we will be ready to go. Gonna have to do a little bit of searching around here to get me a broadcast colleague today. All right, and in my searching and hunting, it has brought me to you. Joining me in the booth for maybe a game or two, maybe three, Chloe Skrzycki.
Hi, Josh.
Welcome to the official something. I'm not really sure what the right word is that I want to use, but
The official live stream.
the official live stream. Well put. So, our 4 bowlers here on each pair, finishing up their practice. Scratch on the left, handicap on the right, and then we will be underway. How was that Great Wall of China today?
It wasn't awful. I don't think I bowled too bad at all. I averaged 220 on the day, so.
Yeah, we expected it to play a little more high scoring. It wasn't as high scoring actually as I thought it would be. I thought there would be a couple more high scores, but overall though, I thought it played rather well.
Yeah, I was consistently averaging 220, 2 teens, a 230 here and there, so I felt at pace with the rest of everybody else.
This first match over here on the handicap side between Brazil Raypatch and Baker Doan. The handicap difference, I believe, will be right around 17. I have to confirm that, but I think the handicap will be 17 in that match. As I said earlier, a Baker style format. 1 bowler will start. See if anybody answered me here. No. I started the stream and I had absolutely no sound. And just like that, it appeared. I must have pushed the right button.
That's awesome. Do you want me to check it?
Yeah, if you want to.
I heard it.
Sounds like we're good. I'll take it. This is the final event before the Christmas week begins. Our next tournament after today will be the girls only tournament actually this Sunday. Are you bowling that?
I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm still getting equipment issues fixed out and working, and all the holiday stuff around that time's a little busy for me.
With the exception of that girls only tournament, our next regular PJBT event will be next Wednesday, the day after Christmas, which is the prelude for the college tournament that goes on next week. The handicap division will begin at 10 a.m., the scratch division right after, probably somewhere between 2 and 2:30. The scratch division, we normally average anywhere from 80 to 90 entries, so if you plan on bowling scratch, we would ask that you be here a little earlier. That would help us and also help everyone else get through the check-in line a little quicker. And then after that, we have our final event of the year at Strike Zone Alleys on New Year's Eve.
Yep.
Before we go party.
Before you go party.
You're not going to party this year? Maybe. Okay, over here on the scratch side, the team of Murphy and Kraus will start the match. Over on the handicap side, I do believe waiting for that selection to be made. If you are listening to us right now and you're on our PJBT page, I'm going to share the link. Tell your friends. Let's fill it up. All right, on the mat for the start.
Time to begin game number 1 of our 4-game step ladder Baker finals. On the scratch side, we have number 4 seed Tony Lutz and Isaac Erickson taking on number 5 seed Ruma Murphy and Andrew Kraus. Lutz and Erickson have elected to have Murphy and Kraus start the match on the left lane. Murphy will go first, Kraus will go second. Blitz is going, and Erickson are going in the order of Blitz and then Erickson. Okay? On the handicap side, we have number 4 seed Callie Bazil and Jenna Raypatch taking on number 5 seed Mary Beth Baker and Mason Doe. Bazil and Raypatch have elected to start the match on lane 7. They're going in the order of Bazil and Raypatch, and Baker is going to go first for the Baker Doe team. Okay? Difference in handicap is in for handicap, and that is 17 pins going to Brazil and Raypatch. Okay? All right, going fans, let's have a nice hand.
Kraus up now on lane number 2.
It's actually lane 6.
Did I say 2? I'm
Yeah, you
just
did.
I have my headset on what I'm trying to figure out here.
Ooh.
I'm getting really good at kicking this sound in and out. I gotta stop pressing buttons. Okay, Callie up. She gets a strike, so that's a clean. They are clean so far for Brazil and Raypatch. Mary Beth up now. They are working on a strike. Andrew Krause opens. He goes 7-2. 1 pin lead for Murphy and Krause. Oh, I'm sorry, Litz and Erickson with the 1 pin lead. I'm awful hoodled over this sound. I can't get my...
Yeah, you're only focused on the sound, so.
Strike there for Ruma. Back on track after that open. Tony Litz up now on the right lane. He comes up high, leads the 6 pin. Getting just a little bit of friction out there where he's at. A spare here will keep them clean.
Another nice shot from Mason. And Tony spares to keep them clean. Jenna comes in a hair light, leaving the 2-10 split. Nice attempt at that.
No, we'll stay on the same pair.
Callie up now on lane 7. Callie with her 3rd strike of the match. She struck on every ball. It went completely haywire when I tried to put the 3rd mark on.
Does he miss?
Everybody in their 5th frame here. As soon as everyone's done with their 5th frame, I'll give a scoring update. Strike there for Murphy.
There you go. Nice shot from Tony.
I just want to make sure people are hearing me. Strike there for Isaac. So through 5 frames, it's about a 40 pin lead for Erickson and Lutz. Over on the handicap side, a 20 pin lead for Bazil and Raypatch.
Ooh, Jenna comes high.
Jenna leaving the 6, 7, 10.
Yep.
Kraus up now, going 1 to 39, or
See,
39 to 1, however
Pretty
you're counting.
much. Using at least half the boards on that lane for the shot.
Jenna for her split conversion. She gets the 6-10, gets the count. Good team bowler always gets count.
Yes, indeed.
Ruma up now on lane 5.
Ooh. Oh, gets a break from there.
Gets some help there, trips out the 4, leaving just the 7. Unfortunately, they're at a point where they're in trouble. Lutz and Erickson on a 3-bagger. Callie up now looking for her 4th strike of the match. She throws a pretty good looking shot, leaves just the 10-pin. Lutz up now looking for a 4-bagger. Callie for her 10-pin.
Oh.
She does not convert.
Ooh, what a mess.
Almost a strike there for Lutz. That was one messy 8.
Look at everything left on the deck.
Mary Beth leaving the 6-pin. Spare for Tony. That'll give them 147 in the 7th. 125 for Murphy Kraus, so roughly a 20-pin lead yet. Spare there for Mary Beth. $13-pin lead for Brazil and Baker. Isaac Erickson with the strike. Good shot there for Andrew Kraus, leaves the 10-pin. Jetta up now for their 8th frame. She comes in light. I think she's come in light on all 4 of her shots, so I
Not
think
the
she's
6, 7, 10. She
6,
left.
7, 10. 2 frames ago.
Maybe
correct.
she's seen a little over under. There you go, good spare for Jenna. Ooh.
10-pin there for Ruba. And that is going to just about end their day. Good count here from Tony on the right lane. Will finish up that match. Ten-pin for Callie. Brazil Raypatch with the lead. Currently roughly about a 13-pin lead for Brazil and Raypatch. Callie makes her spare. pair for Tony. That will end that match. Erickson and Lutz will be moving on.
Mary Beth.
That's a big
Raw.
double. That's a big double for them.
Yeah. Even if it was a crossover.
That gave them the lead. Mason up now. Comes up high, leaves just the 3-pin. Got lucky there to trip out the 10. Mason up now. A strike here is going to be big for them because that's they're going to need as much count here as he can. Gets 8. 195 for Doan and Baker. So let's see, 34, 44, 51, 151. 141, 670. Jenna up now. I'm just trying to figure out here how this works with the handicap. This does it 6, 7. Didn't matter. The match was over.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was because they had 50. She could only go off at 100. It's goofy. It adds it in at the top and not the bottom, so it's hard to read. Trying to figure out how this handicap gets added in up top here on the screen. It adds it in at the top but not the bottom.
I'm not going to try to figure that out while you're rambling off numbers.
Tony Lutz and Isaac Erickson, 217. Ruma Murphy, Andrew Krause, 173. Bazil and Ray Patch, 195. They will be moving on. Oh, I'm sorry. Baker and Doan, 195, and they will be moving on.
That's correct.
I got a little ahead of myself there. Jenna Ray Patch and Callie Bazil, 177. Hey, it's been a long day, okay?
Too bad audio's working now. Now people can hear you mess up.
What's that?
I said now that the audio's working, people can hear you mess up.
Well, they need to know Skip Moyer is only human.
We all are, trust me.
Sometimes I think I'm invincible, but that's not the case.
Yeah. Now,
It should be now.
Should be now. It's fine. It was earlier.
Yeah, there should be.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes game number 1 of our final score today. Finishing in 5th place in the scratch division, each bowler getting a $40 scholarship. Giving it a 5th place medal goes to Ruma Murphy and Andrew Krause.
Ruma Murphy and Andrew Krause, your 5th place finishers.
And our 5th place finishers in the Handicapped division. Each bowler getting a $40 scholarship. Certificate and medal goes to Callie Bazil and Jenna Ray Patch.
Callie Bazil, Jenna Ray Patch, your 5th place finishers.
Okay, on to game number 2. Okay, that would be A&A.
That's better.
well, I was gonna tell you I think I'm gonna dip out.
Okay, that's
While you
fine.
fixed my whole mic. Now when
You,
Matt comes over to talk, you can fix it for him.
you can go if you'd like. It's fine.
Oh, thank you for not keeping me here.
That's okay. I was never going to keep you. I told you you could stay as long as you'd like.
Alright, well I think I am gonna head out.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me,
We'll
Josh.
do this. We'll do this again sometime.
We will.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Chloe Skrzyncki, ladies and gentlemen.
Chloe out.
All right. Our next match, Alex Glinsky and Alex Horton will come in as our number 3 seeds. Over on the handicap side, I lost my notes. Oh, I'm looking at notes from last week. That's not going to help me. So I will give you guys the updates as soon as I get my cards back. But as a reminder, like I said, this Sunday, next Sunday, the 23rd, will be our girls-only event at East Lincoln Lanes. Always a great time up there. We always appreciate their hospitality. And then next Wednesday, the day after Christmas, our probably one of our biggest majors of the year at Rose Bowl Lanes. 10 a.m. start time for handicap, right around 2:30 for scratch. Going to let our bowlers finish up their practice, and I will be right back with the play-by-play for match number 2.
There's a spare for Kirsten White. 71 in the 71 in the fifth rather for White Harrington. And Glinsky now up, and he makes it 7 in a row. Shakes his head a little bit as I think that one was a little bit inside a target, but he still kicked out the 5-pin with the angle. 7 in a row for the Alex team of Alexes. On the handicap side, Haven Harrington comes up a little bit light, missing the head pin to the right, leaving the 1-2-4. She'll look to convert. And Lutz comes up a little bit high, leaving the 4-pin. So essentially, this scratch match is going to, unfortunately, be wrapped up pretty early here. Haven Harrington looking to convert that spare, and she does. So 88 in the sixth with a spare for the team of White Harrington. And there's a strike for Isaac Erickson. Mary Beth Baker comes up high, going through the face, leaving the 10-pin. She will look to convert. Only about a 6-pin difference in the match on the handicap side. Okay, now Alex Horton looking to make it 8 in a row. And he does with a great shot. 8 in a row for the team of Alex and Alex. Meanwhile, Mary Beth Baker picks up her spare. And Mason Doan comes up a little bit high, leaving the 6-10. Now the big shot coming up on lane 5. Alex Glinsky looking to make it the front 9 for their Baker team. Good spare there for Mason Doan. And Alex Glinsky makes it the front 9. Front 9, we have a perfect game Baker style going for the team of Alex and Alex as they have the front 9. White comes up high, leaving the 4-7-10. And there's a strike for Tony Lutz. Unfortunately, a little bit too late, but a good smile as he comes off the lanes knowing that he at least got struck on his last shot on that lane. And Isaac comes up a little bit high, leaving the 10-pin. So he'll wrap up the score for them. On the handicap side, Kirsten White did pick up, actually she got 2. So 114 in the 8th. It is a 2-pin lead with the handicap at the moment. Now Haven Harrington up on lane 7. This is the 9th frame for them. And she comes up a little bit light, leaving the 2-4-5. She'll look to convert that spare. Okay, 173 final score for Lutz Erickson. They'll be our 4th place finishers today in scratch. And a good spare for Haven Harrington. Now Alex Horton, 3 strikes from perfection. First shot for the 10th frame on lane 6. And he gets it. 10 in a row for the team of Alex and Alex. Ten in a row, now looking for 11.
No 5-pin on 7.
Oh, yes, we do need a new full rack on 7. We'll take care of that in a moment. Baker misses her spare, and that puts him at 130 in the 9th frame. Now, number shot 11. Oh, Alex comes up a little bit high. 3, 4, 6, 7. Nice round of applause for them as they will finish in the 280s in their match, and they will win the match by over 100 pins, shooting somewhere in the 280s. Great run by those guys. He is able to pick up 2 and 284. Final score there, 284 for Alex Horton and Alex Glinsky, and they win the match 284 to 173. They will move on to the semifinals. Okay, let's focus now on the handicap side. Mason Doan getting a strike. They can max out at 160. They are going to need to strike out and get a little bit of help. Unfortunately, Doan comes up a little bit light, leaving the 2-pin. That's going to put them in the 150s, and I believe that will pretty much shut them out. It looks like Kirsten White and Haven Harrington will be moving on to the next match. As White and Harrington finish out here, we want to take a quick moment to thank Rotogrip Rick Mitchell, for sponsoring today's PJBT event here at Colony Park Lanes North. He not only donated 2 bowling balls for our bowling ball raffle, but he donated $200 in cash, $100 for each division, to our prize fund today. So we were able to pay out 1 out of every 3 bowlers earned a scholarship today at our event. So I want to thank Rotogrip Rick for his continued support of the PJBT.
284, 173, your final score of the scratch match. We will turn our attention over here to the handicap match, where White and Harrington will be your winners. They will move on to face Herzog and Viola. Blair and Owens coming in on the scratch side as your number 2 seeds. $174 to 150. Your final score there for White and Harrington.
Okay, it's time for me to head out and give out some awards.
Tony Lutz and Isaac Erickson, your 4th place finishers today. $50 scholarship each.
Our fourth place finishers in the Handicapped division, each bowler getting a $50 scholarship, certificate, and medal, goes to Mary Beth Baker and Mason Doe.
Mary Beth Baker, Mason Doan, fourth place finish, $50 also.
Okay, on to our semifinal matches. Okay, Blair and Owen, 2 balls on each lane. And over here we have Kurtzog and Viola, 2 balls on each lane. Okay? And main horse is there.
Okay, so while they are practicing, I will once again do a quick review of our schedule. Next weekend, next Sunday, will be our girls only tournament at East Lincoln Lanes, a 10:30 a.m. start time there. The following week, we will be at Rose Bowl Lanes in Allentown on Wednesday for our annual Day After Christmas tournament. And then we will finish off the season at Strike Zone Alleys up in Pottsville for our annual New Year's Eve tournament. All 4 of our bowlers finishing up their practice frames. And then we will be ready to move. All right, we are ready to roll. On the left side, Gene Blair and Troy Owens will start the match on lane 5, taking on Alex Horton and Alex Glinsky. Ian Herzog and Vincent Viola over on the handicap side, your number 2 seeds, taking on Kirsten White and Haven Harrington. Both number 2 seeds will start the match. Troy Owens starting off with a strike. Owens and Blair, I guess we'll call them Team Danny Wiseman since they are 2 young pupils of Mr. Wiseman, a good friend of the PJBT. Hello to Mr. Wiseman out there. Herzog starts off the handicap match with a strike. Harrington up on the right. She leaves the 4-9. Alex Glinsky with a 10-pin, looking for the conversion.
That 10-pin for Glinsky is the first miss of the day for him.
He didn't miss anything yet. He just
No, I mean he struck every shot in the first match, so that's actually his first non-strike of the day in the finals. But he does convert the spare. And Haven Harrington leaving the 4-9 to start the match for the girls over there. She'll get 1.
Today's pattern is Great Wall of China.
Yes, the Kegel Great Wall of China, which produced some very good scores. I don't know that the scores were like higher than a house shot type setting per se, but we did have some decent scores today. Generally speaking, it took about 210 to 215 a bowler per game to make the first cut. And Alex Horton comes up a little bit high, and he trips out the 4. That did happen before the rack came down, so we'll make a score change there.
White up now on lane 7 for her spare. She converts.
That last shot for Alex Horton was the kind we need hits to replay for. Pin was spinning, 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 and as it finally stopped spinning, it took out the 4 pin. Okay, now Gene Blair makes a good shot, gets a messenger to come across the deck, but doesn't take out the 10 pin.
For some reason, we were catching an echo off your phone streaming. I don't know why. I don't hear it anymore since I turned it off. I don't get it.
Okay, well then how about we'll turn it down.
Yeah, mute it and let's see what happens.
I just wanted to make sure we were streaming out there to the world. 10 pin for Gene Blair. He'll look to pick up his spare. Team of Herzog and Viola on lane 7 have started with a double. And Viola now up. Vincent looking to make it 3 in a row. Let that one get a little bit wide, leaving the 1-2-4. So he'll look to convert. We have an even match so far through 2 frames on the scratch side. Troy Owens up on lane 5. Makes a good shot. Puts 10 back. And Viola is able to convert a spare on lane 7. So a good start for the Herzog-Viola team. And And a good shot there by Alex Glinsky. 10 was being stubborn and falling, but it certainly did. Double for those guys. Oh, and a good tough shot there for Haven Harrington. Right in the pocket, just kind of left the 7-pin.
7 pins going to White and Harrington this match. Early lead for Herzog and Viola. Tie ball game over on the scratch side. Alex Horton for his 4th frame. Comes up high, leaves the big nasty 4. The 3, 6, 9, 10.
Yeah, I think if we had a replay of that one, it looked like he dipped his shoulder a little bit more, causing him to get around the ball a little bit faster, and certainly his break point was sooner than he wanted there, kind of breaking through the front of the lane.
A lot of friction on the right side out there. If you miss inside, just wave to it.
But now we'll see if he can convert this tough spare. The key being the back pin, the 9-pin. Got to get enough angle between the 3, 6 to take out that back 9-pin. Good shot there by Kirsten White on the handicap side, rather. Lane 7. 48 in the third for the girls. And a good spare. Good spare for Alex Horton. 66 in the third with a spare for the team of Alex's. On the handicap side, we have Ian Herzog up for his 4th frame. And he makes a good shot, leaving the 10-pin. Thought maybe he had a messenger, but it didn't get there. Back on the scratch side, we have Jean Blair, who gets 10, puts 10 back, puts up a double for the team of Owens and Blair. Winner of this match will advance to take on our tournament leaders who have been dominant today, Brian Kennedy and Anthony Nyer. They went plus 570 for 8 games today. Back on the handicap side, Ian Herzog not able to convert his spare, so 75 in the 4th. And an interesting one there, Josh.
I haven't seen that. I actually think I did that once in my life, but it's been a while.
That ball went right through the heart. I shouldn't say through the heart. It went through right in the 3-pin hole, but it didn't even take out the 7-pin. So he leaves everything in the front part of that. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. So you'll try to convert it the same way you would a.
I had to go to instant replay here. That was a mess. And he almost got it.
And he almost got it. Made a great effort at it. 92 now in the 5th for the team of Owens and Blair. And a spare conversion for Vincent Viola. So at the moment it says a 27-pin lead for the team of Harrington. I'm sorry, the team of Herzog and Viola have a 27-pin lead, 4.5 frames in. And another good shot for Haven Harrington, leaving the 7-pin. Second time on that lane for her that she made a decent shot and 7-pin stands. And a good shot for Alex Glinsky, leaving the 10-pin. He will look to convert the spare. The Alexes continue to maintain the lead halfway through the match. Once again, the winners of these matches will advance to our title match, take on our tournament leaders on each side. On the handicap side, our tournament leader Owen Schatzer and Aiden Adelini waiting in the wings. Glinsky converts a spare, and it'll be a 3-pin lead at the moment for Horton and Glinsky. On the handicap side, we have a dead tie. We have a tie. Oh, and a snow blow strike there for Kirsten White, the bulldozer type. Girls now have 88 in the 5th. And there's a good shot for Ian Herzog as he matches the shot. We have a dead even match on handicap, and Alex Horton with a strike. So 105 for Horton and Glinsky in the fifth, and they now have a 13-pin lead. Vincent Viola now up on lane 7. 7th frame for them. And he makes it a double. Good shot there for Vincent. And a strike for Gene Blair. And this time Haven Harrington goes a little bit light, leaving the 2-4-5. Troy Owens comes back from the 4 count, getting a strike. So a double for Owens and Blair. And a spare conversion for Haven Harrington. Now Alex Klinsky to maintain a 13-pin lead for the Alex team. They are in frame number 7. And he does with a strike.
13-pin lead for Horton and Glinsky through 7 frames. I had my mic on mute, that's why you couldn't hear me.
That would do it. 2-4-5-7 for Kirsten White. 6 count. She'll look to convert the spare. Oh, and she chops the 2, 4, and 7 off the 5 pin. So 133 for the girls, 140 with handicap. So they can max out at 200. Meanwhile, the guys can shoot 245 yet. And a messenger 10 there for Alex Horton. What a great shot that would be in replay.
That's a big shot there for as tight as this match is.
Head pin goes to the sideboard, perfectly comes over and takes out the 10 as a messenger. 3 in a row for Glinsky and Horton. Back on the handicap side, tripping out the 4 pin, showing some emotion, Ian Herzog with the strike. It's 3 in a row for them. And now Vincent Viola stepping up. Meanwhile, Gene Blair matches the Alex team with a strike. Both teams with now 3 in a row. Oh, and a great shot by Vincent Viola, leaving the solid 9 pin. He will look to convert. And a good shot for Troy Owens. 4 in a row for Blair and Owens. So we got a great match on our hands here on the scratch side.
Untimely open there for Viola. Still should not affect them.
The key for White and Harrington, they need to strike out. If they strike out, they would post 200 on the board with their handicap. That would force
Herzog and Viola to get 19.
To get 19 in the 10th. So some big shots here late for White and Harrington. Meanwhile, Alex Klinsky up for frame number 9. They're maintaining a 13-pin lead. He did not like that one off his hand. He could tell it was inside target. Comes up high, leaving the 3-6-10. He'll look to convert. Haven Harrington for the 9th frame. Oh, a snowplow strike. Gotta love those shots. A big shot there for her. And now the 10th frame. Kirsten White will handle the 10th frame. She needs a double to force Herzog and Viola to get potentially a mark or even 19 pins in the 10th. Alex Glinsky makes the spare. So now those guys can max out at 232. But Owens and Blair in the driver's seat as they can strike out for 242. So a 10-pin lead now for Blair and Owens. On the handicap side, Kirsten White came up missing the head pin to the left, leaving the 139. She'll see if she can convert. But unfortunately, that miss of a strike and now the miss of her spare will end their day as they shoot 166. 166 will be the score for White and Harrington, and they'll be our third place finishers today. And a strike for Alex Horton. Good shot there by Alex Horton, keeping the pressure on Owens and Blair. Okay, and on the handicap side, our match is over. It is 190 for Herzog and Viola to the 166 for the White Harrington team. So Herzog and Viola will advance to the title match. Now let's focus on the scratch side. Alex Horton looking for one more strike to finish them out at 232 and force a double out of their opponents. And he gets it. Great shot. 232 for the team of Alex Horton and Alex Glinsky. So Gene Blair will step up in the 10th. He will need a double for these guys to take home the match.
Fortunate enough for Glinsky there when he left that 7, the count did not hurt them that much. Whether it was 7, 8, or 9, still forces Gene to double.
It does. Okay, Blair up now, first shot. And he gets it.
Good looking shot there for Gene. Gets the first one. He will need the second one.
Yes, he will need the second one.
Second one and throw it down the middle. And they are off to the title match.
It's always the toughest shot to get when you need a double to win. The first shot sometimes is easier than the second. Let's see if he can push through and get this last strike they need to advance to the title match. It's on its way. And he's got it. He's got the double. Great shot there by Blair, showing some emotion as he gets the strike. Now they need to keep the ball on the lane to advance them to the title match.
He needs one. And that will be good enough.
Okay.
Blair and Owens will be moving on to face Kennedy and Nair. All right, we'll send it on out here to Matt then, and then we will be ready for our title match. Alex Horton and Alex Glinsky, $75 scholarship. Third place finish today.
Our third place finishers in the Handicapped division. Each bowler getting a $75 scholarship. Certificate and award goes to Kirsten White and Haven Harrington.
Kirsten White and Haven Harrington, $75 scholarship also. Third place finish today.
Nice bowler. Okay, on your title matches for today. Okay. Handicap side.
All right, we have our number 1 seeds coming in to take their practice frame. Yeah. I can't talk today either. Practice shots. And then we will be ready to roll. All right, we are ready to go. On the scratch side, Kennedy and Nair, the number 1 seeds, will be starting the match against the 2 seed Blair and Owens. Schatzer and Adelini will be starting the matchup also on the handicap side against Herzog and Viola. The winner of these matches will be your champions today. Brian Kennedy comes up high, leaving the 6-10. Adelini puts 10 back for the strike. Viola up first on lane 8 for his team. The winner of these matches will win the acrylic plaques and a $200 scholarship for each bowler. Three, 6, 10 for Vincent. Gene Blair will be starting the match this time for his team, electing to stay on the right lane. After their winning match last game, probably not a bad idea. Gene had a very good look over on 6. Troy made 1 or 2 bad shots on the left lane, but overall had a very good look, so I'm going to say it's probably a good idea they keep their order. Spare there for Viola. Herzog up on the left lane. And just as I said that, Gene comes up high and leaves the big 5. Three, 6, 10 also for Ian. Both partners starting off with the same spare. Gene up now looking to cover at least 3. And 3 he will get. Good cover there. Ian up now on lane 7. Troy up now on 5, frame number 2. Fast 8 there for him, 4-7. Ian Herzog up now on the right lane for his spare. He will chop off the 3-pin. Troy Owens up now. He will make his spare. Joining me in the booth today, trying to shuffle up my cast of characters. For about a couple months a year, York's own Brandon Updike.
Yeah,
How are you today, sir?
peachy.
How was the bowling today?
First 5 were good.
The first 5 and the next 5 were bad, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that does happen.
232 average for the first 5 and then solid 180 for the next 3.
Anthony Nair strikes in the second frame. Brian Kennedy back up now on lane 5 for his third frame, looking to throw a little bit better shot. He comes up high once again, leaving just the 3-pin. Adiola with the spare for his team. Good start for them. Strike, strike, spare. Vincent Viola up now for his third frame. Seems just like yesterday. We were sitting here last year, the week before Christmas, and next week is Christmas.
Yeah. I've been in this bowling center for the past 5 days, and I'm still here.
Well, sometimes you just gotta, sleep where you're at. Oh, Brian Kennedy whiffs on his 3-pin. And that opens the ball game right back up. Spare there for Vincent. Ian up now on the left lane. looking for the first strike of the match for them. Brandon, how did the Great Wall of China play for you?
Not like Great Wall of China.
Well, that happens.
48-foot pattern, played like 36-foot. First game it played like a normal 42-foot house shot. After that, everything just hooked at your toes.
Well, those recreational patterns do have a tendency to break down quick. We expected the Great Wall of China to break down fairly quick. We weren't sure, but so never know till you try it, right?
That is very true, especially when you don't have pin carry here either.
Absolutely. Carry was key today. Troy Owens up now, looking to extend the lead. He will get the strike. And that will give them a 10-pin lead. Strike there for Ian, or spare rather. He makes his 4-pin. Nair up now. Tack on another 10 pins for them. 58-58 through 4 frames for both teams. Shots are up now.
Is that a text from Danny Wiseman?
That is a text from Danny Wiseman. Danny Wiseman and I are, we're only a text message away.
Oh.
Schatzer with the spare. Adiola up now for their 5th frame. Danny's text message was actually aimed towards you.
Oh.
He said, tell Brandon it hooked at the toes because you should have moved left.
I did move left. Game 5, I was actually standing on board 43.
43.
That is true.
That's interesting because there's only 39 boards on the lane. So.
This is true, yeah. I was in front of the ball return.
Lofting the gutter cap.
Yes.
Open frame there for Schatzer Adiola. 2 pins going to Herzog and Viola, so this is essentially a scratch match. Spare there for Brian Kennedy. Still trying to get that left lane down.
One thing I did notice about the pattern today, there's a lot of surface going down the lane, a lot more than polish. Just something that I thought was interesting.
That sometimes can become a problem.
I know as myself, I was throwing an IQ most of the day, and then I switched to my Sonic the last couple games, which is polish. And actually during match play, I went to my Codex, which is even a more aggressive surface.
Late trip there for Gene Blair. I got a feeling I would have pulled out the old urethane ball. That's just what Skip does.
This is true. Especially at Chaco's.
Sometimes you just got to aim at the one in the middle and see what happens.
Isn't that how you always throw?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's efficient. It works, and I've proven it.
Yeah.
4-bagger for Owens and Blair. They are out to a lead here. Let me try to get a number here. 78. 30-pin lead officially right now for Blair and Owens. Nair can cut that to 20 with a strike here. He will strike. Over on the handicap side, it is a 7-pin match. 7-pin lead for Adiola and Schatzer. Schatzer up now, leaves a 7-pin.
Am I getting more text messages that are directed towards me?
Yes.
Looks like a better shot.
Ooh. I thought it was a little bit better too. It looks like he bumped in a little bit and then just the ball just never, I think he got a little quicker there than what he wanted to.
A little too fast, yeah.
20-mile-an-hour strike ball there. Just did not have any time. 2-4-10 for Brian Kennedy. I hate to say that it's a must. It's actually a must spare with the 4-bagger that Blair and Owens have. Brian's going to need to give this one a good chance here. Strike for Adiola.
He went for a new strike shot. Changed
Well,
balls and threw strike line.
I guess you do need to find something, but also at the same time, this late in the match, that pin carry is huge.
Especially only having one frame left. Was it worth it to
Yeah.
sacrifice the pin count?
Well, we're going to find out. He's going to need the 9th frame. Gene Blair up now, looking for a 5-bagger. Looks like a pretty good shot. He will get the 5-bagger. And they will take a commanding lead.
Is that a 56 pin lead?
36. 36 officially, if you add it all up.
Oh, okay.
Could be a 46 pin lead here with a strike. Troy comes up high, leaves the 6 pin. Gets lucky just to leave the 6. That could have been ugly.
Speaking of ugly, I just like to make a notion that I left a fairly high. I did go through the head pin, but there was a 3-8-4 standing on my lane when I.
A 3-8-4. You mean a 3-4-8?
Yes, a 3-4-8 standing after I threw my bowling ball, and I'm right-handed.
Yeah, that's wrong. You should not have done that. That sounds like something. That sounds like something Peyton would have done with a 6-pound ball.
I was throwing a code X at 500 rev rate,
Yeah.
18 miles an hour.
I think you had an offset pin.
More than an offset pin. A loose board.
Schatzer up now on the handicap side over on lane 8. He comes up high, leaves the 310. Looks like 2 spares the last 2 frames for. Let me see here. A strike and an open for Herzog and Viola. They currently have 139 in the 8th, but they do maintain the lead. Open frame for Schatzer and Adiola. It is currently a 1-pin lead for Schatzer and Adiola, so it will come down to the 9th and 10th frame. Brian Kennedy now. Let's see what he learned off that ball change. Big shot there for Adiola. This is a big shot here for
That looks pretty
Viola also. Well, good shot there. I don't know. I think in that situation, I would have went after the split and then just went with my gut and threw the strike ball to see what it would do.
good. Yep.
That's
Gene and Owen could shut this match out really quick here.
yeah. Actually, Gene gets a mark here. Troy would just need good count. Strike there. Good count here by Troy. That's going to be a winner. Actually, it doesn't matter. That's a winner.
It is.
Troy does need
Was that 5 pins? 6 pins.
6 pins. 6 pins, and Gene Blair and Troy Owens will be your winners. Over here on the handicap side, a late trip with a 2-pin there for Herzog.
And that's going to be 6.
Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay, I do believe Herzog here. 199 can be their total score. And that would mean Schatzer would need to strike out to shoot 200.
What a match.
So this is a huge shot here for Herzog. A double here would force Schatzer to double also. Whatever he does here, Schatzer will have to match or exceed. He cannot shut out Schatzer and Adiola.
And Schatzer has yet to strike. except
And
for
that one
second
there,
frame.
he got way wide. Leaves the 3-pin. $188 with the spare here. So he would have to strike 9 spare to win the match. He has to double. If Schatzer does not strike, Viola and Herzog will be your winners. All right.
Game, set, match.
The stage is set for Owen Schatzer.
Hasn't struck since the second frame.
He's thrown some pretty good shots, though. He just hasn't gotten 10 back.
That
Let's
looks
see what
pretty
he does
good.
here.
Oh, gets the mixer.
What a shot. Gets the trip. Still not done yet, though. He still needs 9 on this ball.
9 spare win, 8 spare tie, strike, win. 7's a loser. That looks right. A lot better than the first one. And that'll take it.
Big shot there.
So that's Schatzer and Adiola, right? Are the
Yep,
winners?
They will be your winners today.
Top seed. And the 3 seed in the scratch.
The top seed wins in handicap, and the 2 seed wins in scratch.
2 seed, that's right. $200 to 186. Scratch victory, 188 with the handicap to 200. 12-pin victory, technically.
Brandon, you just never know who's going to text Skip Moyer.
I'd like to give a shout out to my dad, otherwise known as Jason Althouse, PA Fats.
He was watching earlier. I don't know if he still is, though.
Well, he just texted me to say hi to him, so I had to say hi to Dad.
Okay.
Dad.
All right. Your official scores. 236, 180 win for Blair and Owens. 200 to 188, Schatzer and Adiola. Your winners there. We will have our award presentations. We'll take a picture, and then I will get a super, super quick post-game interview.
Without me.
This is a yes, unless you want to give the interview.
That's a no.
So, thank you, Brandon, for sitting in on commentary with me.
No problem.
And we'll see you next week. Sometime, somewhere,
New
somehow.
Year's Eve is where
New
I'll be
Year's
next.
Eve. Good enough.
Yep.
Strike zone alleys.
Place medal goes to Brian Kennedy and Anthony Nyer.
Brian Kennedy and Anthony Nyer, your second place finishers today. A $100 scholarship each for them.
Our runner-up finishers in the handicap division. Each bowler getting a $100 scholarship. Certificate and medal goes to Ian Herzog and Vincent Viola.
Ian Herzog, Vincent Viola. Second place today. And now for our winners.
Time to give out our awards. Champions, our winners in the scratch division, getting a $200 scholarship. Certificate and the first place
Gene Blair, Troy Owens, your winners today, $200 scholarship each. Gene's 6th title.
Okay, and our winners in the Handicapped division. Each bowler getting a $200 scholarship. Certificate, and the first place acrylic plaques goes to Owen Schatzer and Aiden Adelini.
Aiden Adelini and Owen Schatzer, your winners today. I do believe that may be the first title for each of those. Maybe the second for Owen, but I don't think so. First titles for both.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning in. Stay tuned. We're going to have final interviews with Josh. See everybody at the girls'
Okay, they are currently doing winners' photos. And then I will get them over here, and we will do post-game interviews.
All right, just a heads up for the league. We're going to be starting practice in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Oh, and Vincent. All right, one of you take a seat, one of you just sort of take a knee. Just gonna hold the headphone, talk right into there. Okay, I am here right now with our handicap division winners, Owen Schatzer and Aiden Adelini. I've been working on that the whole last game.
I know.
I don't know if I got it right yet, but I tried. So congratulations, guys! Your win today. First PJBT title for both of you.
Yep.
Alrighty. You had quite a showing last week. You bowled very good.
Thank you. Yeah.
I was looking at some of your scores, so definitely got that one back today.
For sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. So talk about your bowling a little bit today.
Okay. So today, me and Aiden both have been doing pretty well. Some games we both struggled, and then some games I was on, he was on. Together, we just made a pretty good team.
Good. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a thank to everyone that's watching at home, like my brother and my mom, and then a couple other people.
Like maybe Dad for bringing you today?
Oh yeah, Dad, and everyone that came and watched us. Yep.
Alrighty. Scoot it on over to Aiden. I'm going to bring him in on live TV. Aiden, I'll ask you the same question. Talk a little bit about your bowling today. How did the Great Wall of China play for you out there today?
Pretty good. Game 1 I didn't do so well, and then game 2, and from on there I found my mark and where to stand and how to throw it.
You guys had a pretty good title match too. You essentially had did you know you needed the first strike?
Yep.
Okay. And you guys both did some pretty heavy lifting there at the end, so to bring out the victory there. So anybody you want to give a shout out to?
My dad back home.
Is he watching it today?
Yeah.
Excellent. So anything else you guys want to add? Alrighty, guys. Congratulations. Owen Schatzer and Aiden Adelini. Bring our scratch bowlers in here.
All right, Sandy, make some get your shirt on for 10 minutes.
Guys can just hold it and talk into the mic. You don't need to put it on. Yeah, just kind of take a knee. It's the only place where you can take a knee and it's legal. All right, Gene Blair and Troy Owens are scratch division winners. How'd the Great Wall of China look out there today?
Oh, it looked pretty hard for me the first 5 games. I didn't shoot 200 the first 5 games, but he carried me. So
I was just gonna ask you that. If he must have picked you up a little bit if you didn't shoot a 200 game all day.
no, then in the match play we got it together. We both shot over 700 and vaulted into second place.
Yeah, you first frame up there. You started with the open. Did you guys stay with the same lanes? I mean, you guys didn't change your orders, so I figured you guys liked your looks on both lanes and no reason to change. So you started off with the open, you had the spare, and then you guys just pretty much checked out. Nair and Kennedy had a little bit of their struggles, but once you guys got lined up, that was it.
Yes, it was.
So I did. I got a little bit of perspective on your games a little bit because Danny Wiseman blew my phone up the whole entire last game.
I believe it. He was blowing our phones up too. So
Yes, he told me. So
move right, move left, do all this. Dude, calm down.
I don't really have to ask you how your day was today, since you carried who over here. So, but definitely a good day of bowling. Anybody you want to shout out?
Shout out my dad and TJ's dad for bringing us here today, and it finally feels good to win this season after 3 seconds.
Yeah, I want to say what's up to my boys. That sounds pretty dumb, but Austin, Duncan, and Cody, they're watching live, blowing my phone up too. They took videos of me and stuff. I don't know if they comment, but they're there. So.
Alrighty, guys. Well, congratulations. It's going to make the drive home a little extra special, and
an hour today.
hopefully you guys have a good Christmas.
Yes, sir. You too.
Alrighty, guys. Scratch division winners today: Gene Blair and Troy Owens. So just to kind of finish up here before we get on out of here, this Sunday is our girls only tournament at East Lincoln Lanes, and then next Wednesday, the day after Christmas tournament at Rose Bowl, and then the following week we are at Strike Zone Alleys on New Year's Eve. So you can sign up for those events at PJBTBowlingSeries.com. The day after Christmas tournament, the handicap division is at 10, the scratch division right after, usually 2:30. And anything you want to add besides Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas to all of our bowling fans out there, and we hope everybody comes out to the women's event for the women next week, and we'll see everybody at the Christmas tournament the day after Christmas. And don't forget Strike Zone on New Year's Eve day.
Yep, we covered it.
Two more regular events before the end of the calendar year, so should be a lot of excitement out on the lanes.
Alrighty, guys. For all of us here at the PJBT, once again, a special thanks to Roto-Grip and Rick Mitchell for sponsoring today's event. We will see all of you next Wednesday. If not at the girls' event this Sunday, we will see everyone back at our next regularly scheduled event next Wednesday, the day after Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
See you later.